Welcome, everyone, to a new episode of Flipside Focus. Yes, we are live. And for this episode, as always, is my co host, the man, the myth, the machine, Johnny the Machine Hughes. Johnny, how are you, my friend?
I am very well fed, watered, and ready to go.
Oh, good. I have got my Frosty from Wendy's. Hashtag not sponsored, but if they would love to sponsor an episode of Flipside Focus, hit us up. You like how I did that?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So, one thing I do want to note for future episodes of Flipside Focus, we will be doing this live. So, no more pre-recorded stuff. I mean, you may get the dog in the background whining because, you know, he's just being a butt.
It's a dog, man. It's a dog.
It's being a dog. But I feel like that's kind of par for the course, given one of the books we're talking about today.
Indeed. It's a unique book, to say the least.
It is.
For me.
I thought it was very unique. But before we get into the books, I do want to let everyone know this. Really, dog? Really? This episode is powered by StreamYard.
And the dog.
And the dog, who is apparently voicing his frustration with being in here and not outside playing. So, you know.
You said yard. You said yard, and that was it. It was like, it's like the same word as like walkies. Say that too loud, and the damn thing will go batshit crazy.
Right. Well, let's jump into the books we're going to be talking about today. And as always, we are going to start this off the proper way. We are using the coin.
Toss it.
So we've got this wonderful dime here. So Johnny will be heads.
Woo!
I will be tails. And here we go. Oh, what do you think? Tails it is. And that is the name of this book that we are talking about. It is Haha number 3. Let me get this brought up here for everyone. You know, I've read a lot of indie books that have been very unique. This one, it is up there as one of the most unique books that I have ever read. So just
red's got to be like an exposition word, right?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of reading in this.
Honestly, and that's why I liked it. So written by
the pictures.
Very much so. So written by W. Maxwell Prince, art and cover by Roger Langridge, and then the variant cover by Paul Rentler. So this is a story about a mime just trying to make it, just make a living. And for a book that has absolutely no dialogue whatsoever, the story was very easy to follow along.
Okay.
Which, you know, hats off to the writer and the artist. You know, W. Maxwell Prince and Roger Langridge, they did a fantastic job really putting a story together that does not require any words at all.
So let me ask you a question then, Josh.
Okay.
Why would you credit a writer for this book if there's no words? What's a writer do in a book with no words?
Because in order for the artist to understand what needs to be done in each panel, there has to be a script.
Correct. Well done.
So, yep, point for me.
Yes. I was just checking because I'm sure somebody's going to ask the question at some point. So, yeah, it's just the way it works.
Yeah. And of course, shout out to Almega who's joining us today. And then anybody else who is watching this, feel free to comment below. And you never know, we may share it on the show. So the first thing I noticed, the art style on this definitely has its own niche, its own style, but it works.
Yeah,
they really took the concept of less is more and really made the most of it. And I don't know if it almost had kind of a Wall-E type feel. I don't know if you ever watched the movie Wall-E.
Yep, I did. Love Wall-E. Wall-E, Eva.
Wall-E. It kind of had that same sort of story and pace as that. Obviously, the mime is not making money, needs to get money, so he ends up going to the dump and finds a robot that he ends up including in his sidewalk show. And just the interaction between him and the robot and everything around these two characters was just a fantastic story. Kind of a sad ending, but
we'll see how things go. That's all I'm saying on that one. So.
Okay. So what were your thoughts about Haha?
Well, I've got to be honest. I had this pegged for review for Comic Crusaders, and I looked at it, and I was, oh my God, where do I start to review a book like this? It was hard to kind of, I guess, frame the review. It's a better book to enjoy reading it than it is to read about it, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's really hard to kind of, I think, get the emotion across of this. I can see you put a £9 page on there. Don't be trying to wind me up. Son of a bit.
Okay, how about a 7?
I'm not playing now. I found it interesting that there's a lot of influences in this book. So if you look at, there's a panel where the mime is going through some like emotions. It's early doors in the book, and that page, 9 panels. 9 panel pages are like Zack Snyder slow-mo. Everybody's doing it. It's not original
don't even
anymore.
get me started on
Stop.
the whole. Yeah.
Stop. All right, but for me, when I was looking at this, all I kept thinking was the Bataz Joker from the final season. You know, the Batman New Adventures.
Yeah.
That's what I kept thinking of when I saw this. But there are other influences. There's a bit of a Hugo Strange or maybe Dr. Robotnik type character that rocks up towards the middle of the middle third of this book. And of course, the scrapyard element and the robot. Can anybody say Iron Giant? Yeah. So saying they've got influences is a fine thing. And it's fine for that, to be honest. I don't have a problem if influences are on show. There's Dr. Robotnik right there. Slap bang in the middle. Charming, yes. Interesting, yes. Do I think it can last for a run of issues? I'm not sure there's longevity in it, but each issue comes as a kind of self-contained thing. So, you're going to get a different tale or take, as it were, from that point of view. I'm going to say this, and I genuinely mean it. I'm going to say it. It's not in a Freya way, but the colors really rock. The
colors are gorgeous, which is the accolade that we would give on the art. If we just say, the colors are nice.
Yeah. Well, the colors here absolutely get the comedy. There's a brightness to things. which juxtaposes the kind of darkness towards the end of the book where things go a little bit awry. Very cleverly put together and very well done. In fact, the last time I saw this type of thing where you get like no words was probably back in the 80s with John Byrne and Jim Aparo on a Batman book. So that was The Many Deaths of Batman, if anybody wants to check it out.
Well, and I remember you and I having a conversation about this sort of thing a few episodes back on the talent that it takes to put a book like this together with no words.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. You kind of the trust that you must have in your artist to get the right message across without any other sort of elements to kind of drag you along. And we both know what I mean by that. Sometimes you get writers who more tell than show. Yeah, this is the complete opposite of that. This is show, and I'm not telling you a damn thing. Work it out for yourself.
Yeah,
which would have made an interesting class in school, right?
Yeah. You're not wrong. Not wrong at all. But no, I would agree. The art on this was fantastic. And as I noted earlier, they really utilized the concept of less is more. We're not getting these extravagant backgrounds. Just keep it simple.
Yeah. But you're absolutely right. Those backgrounds, they're not extravagant at all, but you know where each locale is. There is no sort of confusion. He's by the sea, he's by the lake. You can see that there's a park there. You automatically, you can, you see the image, and then your mind picks everything else up and puts it in its rightful place, which is a good thing. So no, I agree with you. I think it's, for a simple looking book, it's very well put together in its complexity.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, issue number 3, job well done. And this is from Image Comics. So definitely not what we're used to seeing out of Image.
No, it's Image are diversifying like nobody's business. Don't get me wrong, they've still got the big hitters, of course. Spawn's still coming out, so there'll be I think a new Spawn issue out this week. So they've got the big hitters, but because they've got the big hitters that shed loads of books, it means that they can take a risk on some of these kind of lost leaders, as it were, if that's the right term. But you can experiment with different things, and I think that's what the indie market is all about. It's all about experimenting and getting things out there that you're not going to see anywhere else. So,
and honestly, it's refreshing to be able to read something that's not completely overloaded with continuity. You have to know 80 years worth of stuff to understand what's going on in this moment.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. This book is a great. Pick the book up, flip through it, enjoy it, put it down, and that's fine. It's a slice of enjoyment. There is no. You're absolutely right. There's no ambiguity with it. There's no contrivance of continuity you've got to think about. You don't have to think: is this a crisis? Is it where's the Venom symbiote going to be at? You don't have to think about any of that. Not a single thing. It's just, what? I'm going to sit down and enjoy a story that's told. Isn't that what we read comic books for?
Exactly. So I would definitely say pick it up. Definitely worth it.
I agree on this wholeheartedly. An absolute pain in the bum to review, which is why I didn't do it.
And then what's the book I pick? This.
Yeah. When you picked it, I was like, you son of a... I suppose it's my own fault. I shouldn't have put it in the damn folder, but never mind.
Honestly, no, I really enjoyed it. It was... After the extensive review and watching of a particular 4-hour endeavor, this is a nice mental break.
Good. Hold on.
So,
Good.
oh, God. Oh,
Just so you know,
God.
that wasn't a browser image. That was a browser issue. That was me. That's
Well-
acting. That's acting. Sign me up.
Oh, man. Man, we really strayed off the path on this one. On that note, let's move on to the next one. Your pick. Stray Dogs #2.
Wow. Yeah. Another image book. Who'd have thunk? All right. So,
yeah, Image Spotlight today.
yeah. Which is fine because I don't think sometimes we give Image enough credit for being an indie publisher because they're pretty much not indie. They're indie by the fact that they're not big too, I suppose. So this is written by Tony, I'm going to say Fleeks. The C's got to be hard, right? Art by Trish Fostner, colors by Brad Simpson, and layouts by Tony Rodriguez. It's digital, so you have flatterer. That's somebody a flatterer, I should say. That's not somebody who talks nice about people. That's someone who just helps out with the coloring and sets like the base level before the colorist goes and does their own thing. Is Lauren Perry. Design and logos are by Lauren Herder. And as we said, it's published by Image. So one of the things I've got to say about this book straight off, it does... The guys, the creators, are involved in My Little Pony. And this is something that is absolutely huge. And I absolutely know nothing about it. At all.
I know a very, very little bit. And what I do know is that Tara Strong's associated with My Little Ponies. That's it.
Yeah. For the comment that's come in about, I heard UK eats dog. Is that why you like it? Yes, we do. We call them chili dogs. Yeah. Just like everybody else.
I like chili dogs.
Yeah.
In fact, that sounds really good. I may actually go get one out after the show.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. There you go. So, yeah. Just don't. I'm not going to tell you what we do with cats. We don't do anything with cats. Don't worry. I'm joking. So this book.
Well, we know that we've given the latest Catwoman books.
Well, hey, just don't say cats too long. Knocky will come in. All right. So here's how this works. This is issue 2, and it is a little bit of a jump-in point. You kind of got to know what's going on, but it's pretty much explained. Not in the story, not by dialogue. Somebody's not telling you what's going on. The story helps you piece it together. So basically, you've got this little dog, this cute little dog. And the dog wakes up in a house full of other dogs. That's pretty much it. So doesn't know how she got there. The dog's called Sophie. Doesn't know how she got there. Doesn't know where her lady is or her owner. And she's befriended by a bit of a mutt of a dog, Rusty. And it seems to be that this bloke who's asleep there in that bed there has this collection of random dogs. All right. So as things progress, there is a room at the end of the corridor that no dogs allowed in, or you get punished. And in that room are some deep, dark secrets.
Bum, bum, bum.
There you go. So this book, you may look at this and you think, what's he banging on about? Look, it's a Disney book. Yeah, I get there's Disney elements in it. I'm not a complete moron. I'm not a complete moron. Yeah, it looks like one of the jackals from The Lion King, or maybe a little bit less scruffy version of the dude from Lady and the Tramp. I totally get it. But the dialogue is absolutely on point. There's some funny bits, there's some humorous bits, and the darkness, what's going on. It's honestly, it's like an episode of Law and Order SVU. The Disney elements really come to fore because you get to see the reactions of the animals as each little snippet, each little clue of this kind of where do the dogs come from, where do their owners go type of story unfolds. And I think this isn't my cup of tea at all. And I absolutely, when I looked at this book, I was like, really? I've got to look at this. But by the time I was finished, I was like, whoa, I am sold. I am getting the rest of this book. You know, I think it's an absolute clever book. It's well written. It's got a good murder mystery in it. And yeah, I'm going to hold my hands up and now say it doesn't take a genius to work out what's going on. It doesn't take a genius to put the pieces together, but it's not the destination that counts. It's the journey, and it's Sophie's journey. It's Rusty's journey, and it's the dog at the end who has the epiphany moment that kind of sets the table for the next issue.
Yeah,
honestly, what an enjoyable book.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, the first thought, my dog apparently loves it because he's staring at me whining. The first thing that I noticed,
he heard you say hot dog, like a chili dog, and now he's thinking, what? I've been good all day. I'm not getting eaten. Get your own damn chili.
No, it's why can't I go outside? But no, so when I first saw the book, when I opened it up and I saw Rusty, you know who it reminded me of? And it's from a classic animated movie. Maybe saw this movie, maybe you didn't, but it reminded me of Charlie from All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh, yeah, I can see a little bit of that. I didn't see the movie because the title would make me cry because I'm really softy at heart. So
you need to watch that movie.
No, I don't want to cry.
No, you need to watch All Dogs Go to Heaven. It is a fantastic movie. It is worth the tears. Trust me.
No, I'm getting upset now.
Well, even the dog's getting upset for different reasons. But I agree. The writing on this was on point. The story is absolutely captivating.
That's a great word. What a great word that fits the story brilliantly.
Yeah, once I started reading it, I did not want to stop.
Yeah,
you know, there's some books I read through them and I'm like, okay, I can put this down. I'll be fine. Not this book. I had no desire to stop reading it. So, and just it's a solid mystery book. That would be a good way to put it, right?
Definitely. I think, you know, it's just the interactions between the characters. Sophie finds a backbone to try and do something. You know, it's just so well. I liked it. Even the snoring joke was funny. You know, right? It's like, Henry, was that you snoring? No, that's the other Henry. All right, okay.
Yeah.
You know, so it's layered. And then, of course, you do get to see inside the deep, dark secret room. And that's when the pieces start kind of like falling into place, you know. So you've got to think, I think this is a 5-issue. Let me just double check on that, just to make sure if I'm right. It is, yep, it's 5-issue story. So here you go. This is practically the end of the first act. Yeah?
Yeah.
So next issue is going to be dealing with the revelations, set the plan in motion. Penultimate issue, get the plan ready to go, and then of course, you know, I would have got away with it too if it wasn't a few stupid dogs. Scooby-Doo ended at the end. So, you know, I get it. It's not probably the most cleverest, like plot-wise, like pace-wise, but it's just the things that go on inside the book. You know, how brave Rusty is. And then when you see him at the end, when he comes out of the punishment shed, you know, you're like, you know, you can see he's like taking one for the team.
Yeah.
It's just, and I've got to be honest, you know, I've got a dog recently, so, you know, my heartstrings were a little bit pulled on this.
I was in the same boat. I was just like, oh.
Yeah. But, yeah. What if that was my dog? Yeah. So that was, yeah. So, well, it's a well written book. I absolutely loved it. The art, perfect for the book. I like the fact the art is so light at times, yet the story is so dark. So I think that pretty much, I think that could be some of the best Disney stuff, because I don't think The Lion King is particularly a kids movie.
Honestly, if you break down a lot of Disney movies, they're not.
So are we still saying that Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is just like a swinger chick film, right? Is that
well, we may have to revive Hammered Heroes for that.
I mean, the song itself, "Hi Ho," what they're saying, just we're calling a tall prostitute there. I don't get it. What's going on?
Oh man. Well, I think while Snow White is getting her dwarf on, I think that's the perfect time for us to take a break, enjoy this quick ad about one of our other shows on the Undercover Capes podcast network, Crisis in the Toyverse. There you have it. Crisis in the Toyverse.
Every time I hear that music, I think of DC Legends of Tomorrow. At least the first opening bars of it, sorry.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, did I ever play that one?
But it's a great video. We did this when we did Old Timers yesterday, and we were like, oh man, that show's great. And 13s was like, yeah, especially if he's cooking. I was like, cooking? He's putting marshmallows and jam in an oven. That's not cooking.
First time I saw that video from Bobo, that intro, I was dying the whole time. Yeah. He did such a great job with it. And then I watched the review on the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man bust, and it all worked really well. So if you guys are into action figures, statues, definitely check it out. I've actually got
Smalls. He does Smalls as well. So there you go. What more do you want, right?
I mean, so the one that he did on The Mandalorian, I actually have the statue here. And this thing is hefty. Like, it's got some weight to it. But the detail on it is fantastic.
Very good.
Very well done. Check it out.
Comes complete with Beskar armor.
Exactly.
What makes it so heavy?
It's the best damn comic or toy show on the Undercover Capes podcast network. So,
I wouldn't go that far. I've got it. We'll get some toys going. Got some
okay,
going
okay,
but not today.
We may just we'll have to wait and see. But now comes the most important segment.
My paycheck. Paycheck. Oh, it's so funny.
Guess what? That'll be paid in now mega dollars.
Oh, excellent.
Or is it mega coins?
You can only spend them
the new cryptocurrency.
You can only spend them at Megaland.
Al's just sitting there going, "Oh dear God." But that's not the segment I was referring to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I was talking about Kickstarter.
Good call.
Which has been the life and blood of indie comics during this crazy pandemic, which I feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But with that light at that end of that tunnel, just keep the indie books coming.
So the UK has started its exit out of lockdown. Relaxed. You can now go and see people outside. So you can go and visit 2 families or up to 6 people can go and visit people as long as you stay outside. Shops are opening in 2 weeks' time if everything stays.
Fine. Yeah, where I live, they're lifting the mask mandate as of April 10th. So that'll be fun. And then actually that next week I get the second poke in my arm. Hooray.
Dude, that's quick.
Happy birthday to me. Second dose.
Yeah, we have to wait 12 weeks for our second dose. So
oof. Yeah, no, ours was 4. But people don't want to hear about the vaccine. They want to hear about Kickstarters.
No, so let's go. Let's kick.
All right, well, here we go. We're going to flip the coin again.
Am I still heads? You've got a filthy mind.
Toss it. If my mind could not live in the gutter, it would be homeless. It'd be a stray dog.
So for me, it goes like normalcy, the gutter, then me down there somewhere looking up the gutter thinking, man, I wish I was that clean.
Well, so based on the dime.
Go on then. What is that? Tails again?
That is tails.
Son of a. Is this a double tail coin?
No, definitely not here. I will even show the camera. See, there's the small head. That's what she said.
I said that last week somewhere, and everyone went like, "Ooh, you can't say that." I was like, "Is it not a thing?" Oh no, you can't say that anymore. I was like, oh, "Okay." So, apologies to anyone I've offended by saying that in the past, but I'm guaranteed I'm going to say it again in the future at some point.
Michael Scott is the one who said it, so I don't care. I am quoting Michael Scott. So there you go.
Cool.
But the Kickstarter that I am spotlighting today takes me back to a wonderful time of sports entertainment.
Oh no, you've said sport entertainment. We're going wrestling.
Oh yeah, even before it was sports entertainment, it was back in the days of pro wrestling during the Monday Night Wars.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, brother! Wow.
Who was your favorite wrestler? Who was your favorite wrestler? We'll hear.
During that time, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I was part of the. I'll probably get crap for saying it. Who knows? Vince McMahon may actually show up at my door. That was back in the days of the WWF, before they got the F out.
Yeah. Damn you, world. Yeah. So the WWF's also like the animal thing, isn't it?
Yeah, the World Wildlife Foundation. Yeah. But during that time, so I would watch WCW Monday Night Nitro. I would watch that before Raw's War came on, and then I'd switch over.
See, that's like saying you read Marvel and DC books. Pick a side.
I did. I was settling for WCW before WWF came on, which is really awkward considering this book and this Kickstarter is called Butts and Seats, the Tony Schiavone story. And where Tony Schiavone was with WCW. Honestly, he was my favorite color commentator for WCW. But this is a biographical journey of his journey as a color commentator in comic book form. The crazy thing about this book, so first time I had actually heard about the Kickstarter, it actually showed up as an ad on my Facebook page with Cody Rhodes doing the video. Mm-hmm. So Cody Rhodes is now, he was with the main promotion, but had left and started a new promotion, AEW, which I kind of feels like the Flipside Focus of wrestling. See the connection there? Got
I
it.
did. We get AEW over here.
Do you? It honestly,
Yeah.
it's a fantastic product. I absolutely love what they've done over at AEW. So definitely worth checking out. But Butts and Seats just is that graphic novel story or biography of Tony Schiavone, what he went through, being able to experience those big moments in wrestling history. I mean, from the WCW versus NWO battle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's reference to Eric Bischoff, because he had a huge impact on WCW at that time, which, consequently enough, Eric Bischoff is being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. So pretty cool there. Honestly, just a solid book worth backing. And again, it's coming from SourcePoint Press.
Cool. So we talk about SourcePoint all the time.
We do. And there's a reason why.
Definitely.
Because their books are just top notch. The writing is top notch. The artwork is top notch. I mean, the artwork on this, you're able to capture the likeness of those wrestlers. I mean, you saw Hulk Hogan earlier. We've got Ric Flair. We've got Roddy Rod Piper in here. I mean, a lot of the old classic wrestlers. We've got Dusty Rhodes. There's Ric Flair again. Goldberg, Booker T, Diamond Dallas Page, Lex Luger. The fact that I remember a lot of these names.
Wait, they're missing a guy. Where's the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be?
I feel like that's him, but on the right-hand side.
You think?
I don't know. Hard to tell. I'd have to actually read the book.
But get in touch. Where is Brett? Where is Brett? There you go.
Yeah. But I mean,
we should have had the theme music playing. That would have been class.
Ooh, for which one?
Bret Hart, of course.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have started the show off with that. Oh, dang it! What was I thinking? But I mean, if you really want to go back and really dive into some of the origins of and the history of wrestling, this is a book worth backing. Just some of the and I love the names that they selected for the tiers. I mean, you got the cheap seats, which is just $1, just helping fund the project. The digital seat will get you a digital copy of the book. With this is the cover, this particular main cover. The digital or the direct market softcover edition, which ships to anywhere in the world. So definitely take note of that. $25 more is going to get you the actual book. Now, the interesting thing I noticed was you could either get the book, or if you want just the t-shirt, you can get the t-shirt. Such a wrestling thing to get t-shirts.
I get that. I get that. I understand that. I don't understand why you'd be so into a project you just get the t-shirt and not buy the book. That's like good. Yeah. That's like going to a football game and buying a program and then walking out. Hey, look,
I mean, if it's a Dolphins game, I mean, did I say that? Yes, I did.
Okay.
Oh man, $45 will get you the hardcover book. So I mean there's that incentive if you like your hardcover books,
which is money well spent on this rather than the Broncos ticket.
Bitch.
You started it.
You're right, I did. $60 or more will get you the tag team bundle, which is a hardcover and trade paperback. And at the rate this tag team's going, I'm about to Shawn Michaels this and drop and super kick you out of here.
Sweet chin music. Bring the sweet chin music.
The Give Me Everything for $85. That'll get you the hardcover book, the t-shirt, a lithograph, and the trade paperback. The one tier, and it's already sold out, but the one tier that really stood out that I found is a very unique tier. I'm going to scroll down here. So it's $2,000 or more, the Elite VIP experience. There's only 3 limited. So you got the hardcover book, the t-shirt, the lithograph, Butts and Seats trade paperback, and then dinner with Tony Schiavone at an AEW event, which includes tickets to that event.
Does it also include a wrestler getting dumped through your table? Because, man, that's what you'd want, right?
Oh, that would be fantastic. Middle of the dinner, just bam! Right through the table.
And there's a suplex in the souffle!
Oh, God. Yeah, it's one of those days. But, I mean, how unique of a tier for Kickstarter.
Definitely.
I mean, I've never seen anything like that in a tier.
I think it's buying into the whole it's trying to buy into the whole environment. So it's kind of like you got the comic book for comic book fans, you got the t-shirt for the t-shirt fans, and then for the wrestling, the hardcore wrestling fan who knows all about who's who and when was when, they're going to go for that massively. The fact there's only this limited few, means that he's not. No one's getting stiff for dinner loads of times. But the flip of that is that it is going to cater to everybody. Your comic fan, your wrestling fan, and the wrestling historian. So I think it's a good idea. Unusual, yeah, but good.
Yeah, and the fact that you've got support from AEW on the project really says a lot. As I mentioned, the fact that Cody Rhodes actually participated and did a video promo for the Kickstarter really says a lot about the project itself. The goal was at $20,000. They've already raised $98,953, and that's with 17 days to go. So, again, backing it now, you're guaranteed to get the book. And the estimated shipping on the book was November. So it'll be a fantastic thing to pick up. So
cool. Yeah.
And as Al Mega said on Twitch, fans will love it.
Class. Brilliant. There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I can do. Oh, there's that one, isn't there?
Oh, man.
Okay,
we're gonna murder these if we keep going. So how about we go over your
what else is there? I'm not doing. I can't think of any more. I can't remember Tatanka's Tomahawk Chop. Can't remember that. That's my era of wrestling. But hey ho.
Well, again, I came into it at the beginning of the Attitude Era, so
yeah. Okay, cool. Right, my go.
It doesn't matter what your go is.
If it didn't matter, why do we flip the damn coin?
Good point.
Point to me. All right.
On that
note, yeah. All right. So my pick this time around, I've managed to avoid nakedness for a change, which is always a pleasant thing. So I found this book. It's called Plainer Jane. It's issue 2. It's a modern day story of murder. Basic. Yeah, I'm all about the dark stuff today. All right, so Jane Pearson is an ordinary person, well, kinda, although she's a brutally efficient killer for hire. With no skills, no training, all she has is her own cunning, her brutality, and fearlessness. That's a big word. Of course, all that killing is going to make a bit of a ruckus, and she comes up against the Nexus, which is a secretive criminal gang. All right, okay. So it's a book that's set in modern day Manchester. That's Manchester, UK, not Manchester, Massachusetts. Thank you very much. I like the idea of this book primarily because it reminded me a little bit of I've forgotten I've forgotten it. I had it in the top of my. I have to come back to that. It reminded me of a book by Dynamite, which had the wife of the family that was the killer. Jennifer Blood. There you go. I remember.
Oh, okay.
Pulled it out of my memory. And also, I like that kind of idea that someone who has a seemingly ordinary life then can go and do something bonkers like this. Manchester, if anyone is around the UK, Manchester's a great city to kind of live in. It has its noisy parts, as you expect, but it is what it is.
I was going to say, what city doesn't?
Yeah, true that. Things I liked, I love the fact that it is a British book, wholly in kind of set in that the quintessential town stroke city. The book was originally 150 pages, but it's going to be released over a series of Kickstarters, so you're not going to get all 150 in one go. I like the art of the book. It's quite simple, quite effective. It's black and white, which is probably the only way they can get rid of all the blood without going bonkers. I like some of the pledges here. I mean, I love Fifth 4000, the Frank Miller noir style extra variant cover looks great. I love that kind of that style. So about the creators, where we at? Okay, so David Wilburn is a writer creator. He's in the Guinness Book of Records apparently for being an escapologist. Go check it out. Look for David Straightjacket. On top of that, you get Wayne Loudon, who's the sequential art. Which is he's the guy that obviously puts all the art on the pages, does a great job. Tim West is on lettering, logos. He's worked on other books, indie books as well. So I think you've got a core talent there that I think just has a lot of faith in the product. Pledges. Right. So pledge of £5 or more, you get a digital copy. And that includes Planer Jane issues 1 and 2. Estimated delivery is this month. Go for £8 or more, and you get the physical copy of issue 2 with a Kickstarter exclusive cover and the PDF of issues 1 and 2. Ships across anywhere in the world for that one. For £40 or more, you get physical copy of issue 2, the Kickstarter, PDF, physical copy of issue 1 as well. So again, it's kind of on that tier where they're kind of saying, look, we know we've got an issue out already. You put your pledges in, you're not having to jump in halfway through. We're going to give you the first issue as well. So I think that really, really works, I think. You get other things like a supporter special, so for £30 or more, the physical copy of issue 2, physical copy of issue 1, exclusive covers, PDFs, your name listed, a postcard set of original concept postcards, a sticker set, which covers 2, and again, that ships anywhere in the world. What I will say, what I really like as my final point on this is that there are 9 days to go. We are now live. We're doing this live. So that's 9 days as of right this second. All right. 179 backers, which shows that loads of people are into this. And it's already hit its target. They wanted £2,000. They're on 3,637 right now.
And in the States, it's over. So the goal at least in US dollars. The goal was 2,755, and it's already surpassed $5,011.
So you've got this dark comic about a person who just wants to go around killing people, and it's already been funded, and you get both issues, issue 1 and 2. Are you kidding me? For £5, that's less money than an up and coming DC book.
I know.
What? It makes sense. For £5, you couldn't even buy a subscription to not watch the Broncos. It's amazing. So you might as well just spend it on this, right?
But that last season was, you're not wrong.
I heard the Broncos are so bad they're going to lose the draft.
Are you sure you're not talking about the Dolphins?
No. We've done some sneaky stuff in the trades already, so we're all right. We're good. So, but it's fine. We'll see.
It's cool. It's fine. No, I really like the fact that they went black and white on this, and having the red be that color that really pops out. It fits. I think there's an extra level of talent that has to be applied to have a book that's black and white.
Definitely.
Because you can't just hide everything by all this wall-to-wall color.
I love that cover, that one there. I just think the idea behind that is just absolutely. It's a Frank Miller Sin Cities type of thing with the shadow, the light coming on the forefront, and then the shadow being played across the kind of silhouette of the paned window. Man, what a great idea!
Well, and not only that, but it also gives you an idea of, if you're putting a comic book together, wanting to know kind of how to piece it together.
Oh, I love stuff like that.
Yeah,
I love it when trades come out and they'll get the breakdown pages and stuff, and so. Yeah.
Oh, and they even ship it in the high quality box. So
I love the smiley face sticker as well. That's so cool.
Honestly, I think for Kickstarter, not only is getting the book worth it, but getting all the extra stuff when you back it makes it all worth it. So
yeah,
I know I got quite a bit of extra stuff when I backed Morgan's Organs issue number 3 and Warcorns, Combat Unicorns for Hire. So what can I say? I love Warcorns. I love it so much I got a tattoo of it.
That's impressive. The tattooist was like, what?
Oh, trust me, I made Garrett Gunn was blown away when I sent him the picture of it. I'm still waiting for him to get his Warcorns tramp stamp that he said he would get, but yes, Garrett, I'm calling you out. We are waiting for you to get that done. So
it's either that or the Broncos logo. You choose.
I've had plenty of opportunity to get that as a tattoo, and I chose not to.
On your ass, did you say there? Oh, sorry, it's just your accent confused me a little bit. Sorry. See, this is what happens when you rile me, man. Just let me be okay with loving the Dolphins, but no, you've got to make it all personal with your football.
You know what? If you want to get gnarly like that, I could just throw up some 9-panel pages.
No.
but to show proof of the Warcorns tattoo. There you go. There it is. Right underneath my reverse flash tattoo.
I'm not saying anything that looks like, like a Bronco logo with a hard on. I'm not saying that at all. But no, it's cool.
Oh, good hell. And this is how we end the show, folks.
Aren't you glad we did this live, right? No end. I can
you
see what I
know,
like.
honestly,
Woo!
I enjoy doing this live probably more than the pre-recorded stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and again, couldn't do this if it wasn't for StreamYard. So, StreamYard is the way to go. So, check it out, StreamYard.com. And there will even be a link in the description. So, if you get the premium service with StreamYard, that actually helps us out as well. So, check it out. Well, Johnny, where can people find you?
Under the bar, drinking. No?
Is it like this?
Yeah. Yeah. That one's not good. So you can find me on Twitter at JohnnyHughes70. Feel free to drop me a line. More than happy to hear about what you think of the comics we talk about. And also, guys, if you've got comics yourself, drop us a line. We'd love to talk about them.
Absolutely.
We'd love talking indie books. If it's indie like Image, yeah, it's indie. If it's Dark Horse, it's indie. If it's Dynamite, it's indie. If it's Zenoscope, we miss it out. If it's, did I get away with that one? I'm joking. I don't mind Zenoscope either. But no, drop us a line if you want your book looked at. We're more than happy to showcase it either in the reviews on Comic Crusaders, here on Flipside, or of course you can always hit me up for an Outside the Panels.
Oh, there you go. The original Outside the Panels, the best creator spotlight show out there, straight up. And then, of course, there's the old show that you're on.
The Old Timers Comic Book Show, where the hosts aren't old, but the comic books most certainly are. Yeah, check that out. New episode drops this week on Wednesday, where we are talking odd team ups. There you go. And we're talking from sublime to the ridiculous. And yes, the ridiculous one was my choice. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. And of course, you can always check both of us out on the Definitive Crusade, all things DC. And then for those of you Magic the Gathering fans, we've got our new show, The Jank Think Tank, with deck techs, gameplay, and even teach you how to play the damn game. Because, yeah.
Don't you want to promo the app?
I do, yes. In fact, and this isn't even sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, but Wizards, if you want to sponsor us, let us know. For those of you who are fans of Magic the Gathering Arena, or if you want to get started on it, it is now available on mobile. I know I've given Johnny a lot of hell for mobile gaming, but that has been the one mobile game I have played nonstop since it came out. So, yeah, there's this awkward moment where I'm not going to look at Johnny right now because of the fact that Freya and I have given him so much crap about mobile gaming. But as you can tell, boom, right there on the phone. Super snappy, works out great. And if you already have an account, you can just log in. But definitely check that out. And then, as always, we've got... what other shows we got? We got K-Pop Cosmos, No Price Podcast. Yeah. If you like Marvel, we've got
ICCs on Sundays.
Yep, the International
Comic
Crusaders. Yep, I was actually a guest star on that show yesterday, where we reviewed Zack Snyder's Justice League. So check that out.
Tell me, the pod didn't last 4 hours, did it?
Oh, God, no. That would have been a very slow.
No.
And check out undercovercapes.com and comiccrusaders.com for all of your reviews of TV, movies, comics, you name it. We're on there. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, do so. Click that bell notification so you don't miss any of our stuff. And Johnny, it's been fun.
As always, Josh, enjoyed hanging out, man. Good show.
Absolutely. And for everyone who watched us live, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We will see you guys in 2 weeks. And on that note, we are out of here.
Adios.
Visit undercovercapes.com for the latest and greatest podcasts via the Undercover Capes Podcast Network. Also visit our parent company website, comiccrusaders.com, all about comic pop culture.